after the takedown and sudden victory. And then West Virginia has the lead now, 6-4. The Mountaineers winning 2 in a row. Maddox and Titus with victories, and they're up 6-4 on Arizona State. We move on to 149 pounds in just a moment. All right, and Jordan Titus headed down the hallway there.
He was very excited.
He was very excited.
He was very excited.
As he certainly deserves to be.
Yes.
149 pounds, Sam Hillegas for the Mountaineers against one of the best young wrestlers in the Big 12 Conference, Pierson Manville. Out of State College, Pennsylvania, but wrestling at Arizona State. And he's got quite a resume. We'll see him here in Morgantown against Sam Hillegas. $149. Manville, a winner Friday over Malachi Hines. That was his first collegiate win.
Manville, one of the best recruits Zeke Jones has been able to get of recent. I mean, that win on senior night over Malik Hines of Lehigh, that was one where Manville, the young guy, was able to go out and get the veteran to wrestle his match. Hines was really going upper body a lot, and that's something that Manville is a multiple-time world-level wrestler at in Greco-Roman and freestyle. So able to get wrestlers to wrestle his match.
Manville ranked as high as #1 in the country during his prep days. An Ironman champ, 2-time Powerade champ, Pennsylvania state champ, and an outstanding wrestler award for the state of Pennsylvania. So a great resume, but you've got Hillegas, a very experienced wrestler with 34 career wins.
You know, the thing is, and if you look at every roster, especially in the starting lineups, even sometimes the guys that are the considered backup guys, they all have impressive resumes. I mean, they've got some wins piled up. You don't get here without them, and it doesn't matter, right? You got to go out and wrestle the match, right? It doesn't matter. I start wrestling resumes, and I'm in big trouble. You wrestle resumes and uniforms, you're in big trouble.
Hillegas, the Virginia Tech transfer, and again has had a very good year in the lineup at 149 for Ty Waters, who of course is out injured. Greg Jones looking on. That's one thing we haven't mentioned yet. This is Greg Jones Day at the Coliseum, and we'll visit with Greg a little bit later on this afternoon here on the broadcast, and he will be honored, as will a number of other alumni. And Hillegas wrestled for Greg's brother, Vertus Jones, at Pittsburgh North Hills. You talked often about how wrestling's a small community.
Yes, it is.
Final 30 seconds here of period 1. Scoreless. Hillegas against Pierson Manville.
Well, Manville's done a nice job once they get to the tie-up of trying to get into his position, and Hillegas has really tried to fight through that. A lot of head position stuff. Hillegas really hasn't been able, is not really known for somebody to be able to attack real well from the outside necessarily anyway, so.
Something that he's almost, Hillegas is hesitant to even collar tie. It's as soon as he's putting that hand in those areas, you know, Manville's getting immediately to his Russian tie, working his key lock, working up in upper body.
Manville will begin period 2 on the bottom. Scoreless here at 149 pounds. Fourth match so far. West Virginia here on senior day has won 2 of the first 3.
Now, Hillegas can work on top now. He does some good stuff up there. Every once in a while, though, he'll get a little bit high. He'll get a little out of position. Oh, that's a half. Oh, my goodness. You don't like that one. That one hurts.
Yeah, Manville.
Yeah, that's
in some
the grunt.
distress here.
Now you hear that grunt. That's never, when you're down there, that's a terrible feeling. I think I've separated my shoulder 3 times already watching that. So, man.
Hillegas working hard on top here. And again, Manville feeling the brunt of it.
Trying to roll that wrist out. Yeah, right. So you're on the bottom. You saw Manville try to get the legs to one side so that he could isolate something, get his legs out. And you see Hillegas trying to stay under an elbow, try to get a wrist, try to roll the wrist out through that half, is what he did the last time. And now he's got a chance to power half that thing again. You want to be out at the elbow as much as possible, right? Because you got much less power out there than you do right under your armpit.
Whistle comes with 43 seconds left, so Hillegas spent the first 1:17 of the period on top. And we're going to restart.
Now, I mean, the restart's going to be important. Here you have Manville with an opportunity to get out now, because he was buried. I mean, if it wasn't for the whistle, he wasn't getting out. And here's got a chance for a reversal.
There it is.
And so that's one of the things I said, that Hillegas sometimes gets a little loose on some of those turns, because he's trying to kind of not necessarily force the legs, but force the issue a little bit, and he gets a little bit loose and has given up a couple of reversals in those situations in various matches.
So Manville in the lead now. He's going to work that ride time down. He's got 15 seconds here in the period, and the ride time's going to go down under 1 minute. So suddenly Manville in control here late in the second.
They're going to get a stalling.
There's the buzzer. Stall warning against Hillegas in the final seconds.
See, he gets underneath the leg, and Hillegas, rather than just trying to circle it and get to the other side, tries to follow a hip and tilt him, and he gets himself out of position. Where we're a little upset here from the West Virginia standpoint is that they called Hillegas for stalling, while Hillegas spent all that time on top burying him in the mat, where he wasn't able to move, and there was not a stall calling in the other direction. So I don't know, neither one of them were doing a lot on the bottom necessarily, but
Hillegas beginning on the bottom here.
Yeah, he can't stay down there. Obviously he can't stay down there because he's not going to win from down there.
Manville looking for his second collegiate win, the freshman. Trying to go 2-0 on the road here. And Hillegas still has time, needs to get up and get back into this one.
We see Manville's got that wrist, that bar there a little bit, and Hillegas got to kind of move back into that thing a little bit. You can't let your elbow stay out. It's interesting sometimes when you're really good on the top, you get good at doing certain things, and you forget that when you're on the bottom, how to counter the things that you also do well.
He spent nearly the first minute here of this third on top.
And he's got his opportunity to get this escape. They're not going to give it to him yet, not from there. I mean, technically, he's probably going to have that if they were to blow the whistle here, maybe. Either that, or you got to kind of call it for... He's going to try to whip him over if he can. Now, there's the escape. Now, riding time's not going to be an issue. But now we're 2-1. Your takedown wins the match, or the lack of it.
West Virginia wants the whistle and gets it with 31 seconds. So a neutral restart with 31 seconds left, and Hillegas needs offensive points. Down to 25.
Oh, yeah. Took that shot from a little far out, and Manville does just a nice job of just rotating around and the little spin behind for the takedown.
So Manville,
end the match.
Yeah, he'll ride out the final 10 seconds here on top, and Pierson Manville wins as a collegian for the second time, a 5-1 victory over one of West Virginia's seniors, Sam Hillegas, and Arizona State jumps back in front here after 4 matches. 7-6 the lead for Arizona State. And we move to 157. Caleb Dowling for West Virginia against Arizona State's Michael Kilich.
Well, Dowling back in the lineup after being absent for quite a while, been dealing just with some injuries.
Let's go over to Jarrett. He's with Pierson Manville.
Pierson Manville, back-to-back wins over veteran guys on their senior night. How's it feel to come in and make some noise as a freshman?
It feels good. Man, I told my bros in Fargo in July that whenever the coaches need me, I'll go. And I did my job. Young guy, I go out there, kick some butt. That's what I gotta do.
You're a freshman, not really updated on the red shirt. What are we looking at for the postseason this year?
Like I said back in Fargo, up to the coaches. Starters a little hurt. We gotta get them healed, but up to the coaches. And yeah, it's up to me where I want to pull it, but it's up to the coaches. Those guys know what's up. So, yeah.
Pierson, congratulations on another great win.